Hi everyone, my name is Piterpakulski. Today we'll continue building financial model describing different types of customer behavior, and today we have a very interesting topic. So we will be modeling the costs that are linked to the amount of customers at any given moment inside the timeline of the project. Because some customers will quit our project, some customers will enter our business, so the revenue will be fluctuating depending on the different customers at this moment of the timeline, at that moment of the timeline. So we need to know, first of all, the amount of customers, of different types of customers at any given moment inside the timeline, and then link this cost to this parameter. So this will be the topic of today's video. So please like, share, subscribe. You can always order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. At the end screen of this video, I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials. And when I completely finish this model, I will give you all the links in the description of this video as well, so you will be able to watch all the tutorials from scratch till the final overview absolutely free. So first of all, let's very quickly run through what we did before during previous tutorials. So we have a rule throughout the whole financial model. So all inputs are colored with this blue color, like this, like this, like this. All other cells are automatic, they contain formulas, so we are not touching them during scenario analysis. And first of all, we are setting up the first year of financial projections. Then we have 6 types of customers. We can name each type of customer. We can switch on and off different types of customers from calculations. We can set up, this is a very important parameter, we can set up the life cycle in months for different types of customers. After this period of time, the customer will disappear and stop generating the revenues and costs. So this will make our revenues grow accurately and decrease accurately. Then we have a bunch of coefficients, global coefficients and local coefficients for scenario analysis. So we will be able to play with the revenues globally and locally to increase and decrease the revenues. Then we have global and local coefficients for direct costs. Then we have global and local coefficients for the amount of new customers. So we'll be able to play, increase and decrease the amount of customers for all types of customers, or we can increase or decrease the amount of new customers for specific type of customers. So we are very flexible with that. Then we are describing the revenues inside the life cycle for each type of customer. So these are the revenues. These are different types of customers, and these are monthly revenues during the life cycle for each. So here we're specifying the revenues per customer. Here we specify direct costs per customer type per month. Then we are specifying how many new customers, specifically new customers, join our project here, and for all of them we will start counting the life cycles for each portion of new customers. So for example, these 20 customers join in June 2024, and their life cycle will last, for example, for 2 or 3 years from this moment. And for example, these for example 20 customers will start counting their life cycle for another 24 or 20 months. It depends on the input data for the life cycle of this type of customer. So here we're setting up the amount of new customers. Then we are calculating the revenues for different types of customers. Then we are calculating direct costs for different types of customers. And now the next exercise, we will be calculating the amount of customers at any given moment. So this is the first component of this cost that we are looking at today. So first of all, let's create a new table. So this will be new customer, new let's say amount of customer, amount of customers. So this will be the amount of customers for customer type number 1. So let's assign a color for that. So what we need, let's say, to cook this table. So we need, let's delete the formula here. So first of all, we need the life cycles. We need life cycles for this type of customers. So 1, 2, 3 means we have a life cycle for this type of customer at this moment. So if I press plus on this table, so this means, so for customer type number 1, we have, let's go up. So for customer type number 1, we have a life cycle of 24 months. Let's go back. So this is type customer type number 1. The first customers of this type appear in July 23, and here is the cycle of first customers representing this type. These are 24 months. Then in August, a new portion of customers of this type will appear, and we will start counting the life cycle separately for them. So then we need to write a very simple formula. So if this value is more than 0, we will put the amount of customers that will join in July 23. So for that purpose, we have another table. So this is customer transpose. So we are opening customer type 1. So here we can see that in July 23 we have 20 new customers of this type. And here at the end of this table, if we go right to the end, we will see these totals. So these are the customers that are joining at this or that moment inside the timeline. So here they are. And now we need to start counting their life cycles. And if we have a life cycle at this or that moment inside the timeline, we will be multiplying it on the amount of customers. So let's write this very simple formula. Let's go to the end. So if the cycle is more than 0, so if the cycle is more than 0, we will place here the amount of customers. We will place here, we'll go to the end, we'll place this value. Here we will be freezing the column, otherwise 0. Now let's press enter. Now let's extrapolate this formula to the bottom and to the right. To the bottom and to the right. So what we are fighting for inside this table? So these are these 20 customers that joined in July 23, and they stay with us during 24 months of the life cycle. So these are 24 months of the life cycle for these 20 customers. And these 20 new customers are adding to the previous 20 customers. So these customers quit project, these 20 customers quit in July 25. So we are calculating the revenues the right way. We're doing it more accurately. Now let's collapse these tables, and now let's copy this table for the rest of our types of customers. So this will be customer type 2, type 3, type 4, type 5, type 6. And now what we need to do, we need to consolidate these amounts of customers in a very simple table. So this will be amount of customers consolidation. So these are the totals for each of these tables. So if I just expand this table, so the formula is very simple. I'm just summing up so here I have 40 customers. One is for July, and 20 new customers adding to our project in August 23. And now what we can do, we can add here a line that sums up and will show us the amount of customers in our project at any given moment inside the timeline. So now we know how many of different types of customers and total amount of customers stay with us at this or that moment inside the timeline. So let's say total amount of customers. Now we need to create the inputs. So direct costs per customer. So this will be type of customer. Then here will be dollar per month value. Here will be on off bottom. Here I will add local coefficient. Here I will add global coefficient. So now let's create these new block of inputs. So here on the left I will place 6 types of customers. Then I will add the total amount of customers, because maybe we will be linking these types of costs not only to specific type of customer, but maybe we will be just adding these costs to the total amount of customers that stay with us at this moment. So here we will be placing types of customers. Then here we will place the value of direct costs. So these are the inputs. So I'm coloring these inputs with a specific color which goes with all our inputs. Then here I will be adding data validation tab. So data validation list. Then I'm gonna be choosing on off values from the library on the top. So what I'm doing is a very simple story. So these are the inputs as well. So here we're switching off, on and off, this or that cost. Then we're explaining to Excel that if this value equals to is equals to on then we will place 1, otherwise 0. So this will start, if it is 1, it will be adding our cost to the cash flow. Then here I will be adding local coefficients to these costs. These are the inputs. Then global coefficient. So let's say format cells, alignment, center, okay, and final value. So the final value will be this value multiplied this value on off multiplied this coefficient multiplied this global coefficient, and we are adding one more global coefficient when we are switching on and off this or that type of customer globally here. So we are extrapolating these formulas to the bottom. Then so let's have a look. So 1 4. So we are switching, taking this value, multiplied this, green, so here we are not taking this value. So if we are not taking the last coefficient from here, okay, now we are copying this table So here I will be placing these types of customers, and here on the right I will be taking these values, these costs, and I will be multiplying on the amount of customers at this or that moment inside the timeline. So these are not the costs, so I will be changing color for that. Let's use this, because this is a very important line. We will maybe need this line afterwards. So I'm taking this level of costs, multiply it on the amount of customer, and I'm extrapolating this formula to the bottom and to the right. So now we can highlight these costs with red because they will go to the cash flow statement. So what capabilities do we have? For example, we can switch off these costs completely. We can do it like this. Or, for example, we can go up to the top and switch off these types of customers from calculations. For example, from third to sixth customer type, we will be excluding. So we can see, so they are excluded. Then, for example, we may face situation when we would like to increase these types of costs, increase on 50%, let's say. We can do it from here, or we can decrease these costs and say what will happen to the cash flow statement if we take only 80% of the base values. So we can do it here. So this will ease our scenario play. So many steps ahead, when we will create the cash flow statement, we will be using all these coefficients and create a huge amount of scenarios very quickly. For example, for this type of customer, we would like to see what will happen if these costs will grow, these costs will decrease, and this cost will grow 4 times. For example, so we can work, for example, only with, for example, assign these costs only to totals. Here it is. Or we can not assign these expenses to totals, but play with these costs for specific type of customer. So we can do it this way, and we can increase and decrease the level of these expenses per customer using these global and local coefficients. So this will be very important when the whole financial model will be consolidated. You will see the simple discounted payback period, you will see how much financing you will need in your base scenario, and then you will start playing with all these coefficients, and you will see how much money you will need in this case, in that case, and you will be able to produce a huge amount of scenarios very quickly using all these on-off buttons, all these global and local coefficients. So that's why I decided to show all this stuff to you today. So I hope you enjoyed. Give us a like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. You can always order financial models from scratch for your unique business ideas. We can help you with that. I will give you the link at the end screen of this video. I will give you the link to the playlist where I will be keeping all these tutorials from the first one till the final overview. And when I finish this model, I will give you all the links on tutorials in the description of this video as well. So you will be able to watch the whole process from scratch till the end, the last video, absolutely free. So thank you guys for watching. See you in next videos. Thank you and bye.